Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the first 2 episodes of the new Disney Plus miniseries Obi-Wan Kenobi, the continuing story of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan. Now, where do we start with this one, really? Now, this is a much anticipated show. I think that is, a bit of an understatement. This started out, from my understanding anyway, it was going to be made into a movie around the same time they did Solo, I think, and then Solo came out and it didn't do particularly well, and I think it kind of transitioned then to the TV show, and it kind of fell into a little bit of development hell for a few years. And then I think with the success of The Mandalorian, all that kind of stuff, it kind of got its green light then. And Ewan McGregor, I've seen numerous interviews with Ewan McGregor sort of say that he never thought he'd be coming back to the role. He's been quite open about the fact that he was disappointed, I think, that the critical response to the 3 movies that he did, but he's also pleased that after some time has passed, the films are quite fondly remembered by many, which is the truth, to be fair. So he was happy to come back to the franchise. And what do we get with this show? Well, certainly with these first 2 episodes, we get a reintroduction to Obi-Wan. And I've got to say, I was really, really impressed with the start of this series, these 6 episodes. The first episode essentially was, like I say, exactly that, a reintroduction to Obi-Wan. He's living on Tatooine. He is watching Luke, who is left with his uncle, Owen, played by Joel Edgerton. And he's just trying to blend in, hide in the background. He's not really used his force powers for a long, long time. He's just trying to survive, really, just not be noticed. The Inquisitors, who are Jedi hunters, if you've watched any of the expanded Star Wars stuff, including Jedi Fallen Order, the game, you'll know who Inquisitors are. They are created by the Empire to hunt down Jedis, and they are trained in the dark side of the Force, sort of thing. 3 of them come to Tatooine, as there is a Jedi on the run that's not Obi-Wan, and he just essentially tries to blend into the background. Now, at the same time, Leia, who is living with her adopted parents, and it was great to see Jimmy Smits back playing her adopted father, is essentially kidnapped, because one of the Inquisitors is convinced that Obi-Wan will come out of hiding to save Leia, which is the case. The adopted father, Jimmy Smits, goes to Obi-Wan and practically pleads with him to go and find her, which he initially refuses to do because he just doesn't feel as though he can be effective anymore. He's not the person he was. He hasn't really practiced the Force for quite a while, but he feels a sense of duty, so he ends up going to the place where it's suspected she's being held to try and get her back, which leads him on essentially to a collision course with the Inquisitors, and one in particular who has got a real thirst for power, and she knows that if she brings Obi-Wan to Darth Vader, she's made it, basically, then. Right, so that's the brief outline of the story, the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan. And like I say, I just thought the whole thing was so nicely put together. The fact that they brought Joel Edgerton back and Jimmy Smits, and it felt seamless from the prequels. It felt like it was seamless into it. And what this show did really, really well is it starts it off with a brief summary of what happened in the first 3 films. And I even though we're all very familiar about what happened in those films, if we've watched them, it was really welcome to give this brief summary of those 3 films, and it really, really got you going ready for this first episode. And I have to say, I thought Ewan McGregor was wonderful here. As this Jedi Master who is almost become nobody, but he's almost at peace with that to some degree. But he's, he's also tortured at the same time because he's lost everything, really. And I thought Ewan McGregor pitched it absolutely perfectly. His reluctance to get involved, or the whole thing, I thought it was just done really, really well. And they showed the monotonous routine of his life that he's living on Tatooine. And I thought they really, really got that across. And I thought you could see him growing as the first episode went on, and especially the second episode when he has to go and save Leia. You can see like things awakening in him, sort of thing, because they have to. He doesn't have a choice. He's got to tap into his gifts in order to, find and protect Leia. But I just thought Ewan McGregor was absolutely brilliant. I know, again, from seeing interviews, that it took him a while to kind of find the character again, sort of thing. But he really, really, really has found the character. I thought the Inquisitors were a great addition here. They felt very, very menacing. I mean, but let's be honest, at the end of the day, none of these Inquisitors are going to be a match for a full strength Obi-Wan. But what we're all waiting for is the confrontation, obviously, between him and Vader, which is a big part of certainly the second episode. Not that they meet or anything, but because Obi-Wan actually thinks he's dead. And when the truth is revealed to him by one of the Inquisitors, he's really, really shocked by that because he thinks he's dead. My only quibble here with this is the fact that this Inquisitor kidnaps Leia because she knows or learns that this girl has a connection to Obi-Wan. It doesn't make it clear if she knows that it's Anakin's daughter, but it made me question why use that to bring Obi-Wan out of the open. If you want to curry favour with Darth Vader, you would just reveal where Leia is. And that seems a bit odd that they did that. Now that these Inquisitors are aware of the existence of Leia, why doesn't Darth Vader know of her existence earlier? I mean, he literally finds out about her in Return of the Jedi, as far as I was concerned. So how they're going to kind of maybe, is it something they're going to gloss over there? Is it something they're going to answer? I just thought there was a couple of plot points that if you kind of pull on them, it kind of doesn't kind of fit in with what we know about Star Wars. But I'm kind of niggling there. It worked in this show. I'm just not sure how it works in the overall arc and all that kind of stuff. But I'm super excited for the rest of this series. We've got 4 episodes left. I'll probably likely do a review at the end and to give you my final thoughts on the miniseries as a whole. But yeah, if you've been looking forward to this and you're just not sure if you're going to tap into it, trust me, you won't be disappointed. It's absolutely wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll be back with more content on the channel very, very soon.